You're listening to Short Inspirations from Ralph. You Are Free To, Part 2. We've been talking about this great gift called the freedom to choose. But of course, that means that when it comes to our life journeys, there are multitudes of decisions to make. Small ones, great ones. Perhaps millions of them. And broadly speaking, we will choose one of two directions. We will go on the broad highway, which most people go on, or we will choose and make decisions towards the narrow pathway, which leads to life. The writer of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 12, says, "There is a way that appears to be right, but in the end it leads to death." One of my biblical heroes was this man named Job. And it says in Job 1:1, "In the land of Uz there lived a man whose name was Job. This man was blameless and upright. He feared God and shunned evil. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters, and he owned 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 donkeys, and had a large number of servants. And it says there, he was the greatest man among all the people of the East." So how did he become great? You see, Job was so phenomenally, materially blessed. It was mind-boggling, astonishing. But here's the point. Job just didn't wake up one day and find himself overwhelmed with material blessings and spiritual blessings. Job, at a young age, I believe, looked at life and would have made some critical decisions. He recognized the 2 pathways we've been talking about. Job's decisions were made before he was rich and successful and set him up for the future, no matter what happened. So he would not flinch when he lost everything. He did lose everything, and he ended up sick with boils, sitting under a tree. But after going through hell on earth, he could stand on the mountaintop and say, "I know my Redeemer lives." But there's another aspect to this as well. He didn't flinch when he gained everything as well. So he became a rich man, but he knew that his Redeemer lived, both through the good times and the bad times. Job had 3 main things that he got right. First of all, he feared God. Secondly, he prayed for his family constantly. And thirdly, he shunned or turned aside from evil. The scripture says he was blameless and upright. We need to be people who will turn away from evil and not go there. I'm reminded of a stoat-like creature in the UK called the ermine, that during winter its coat turns white, pure white. And they hunt these things and catch them and use their skins for judges' stoles and for cloaks for academia, etc. But they're easy to catch. Get this, the people who hunt them, all they've got to do is find out the entrance to the underground habitat where they live and the exits, and they get a bucket of muck, of foul-smelling stuff, and put it all over the entrances and exits. And then all they need to do is dig down, find the ermine, and they get easily caught. The reason is this: these little creatures don't want their white coat or their feet to become tainted with this muck, so they would rather give themselves up to death than to get dirty. Isn't that amazing? And I want to suggest that we have the courage, we have the strength to say no to those things that muck up our lives, to evil, if you like. And that word shunned means to eschew or turn aside, to abstain from, to withdraw, to be without. And it's written in 1 Peter 1 verse 16, "Be holy, for I am holy." Job knew that to work on the roots, the inside of his life, would one day result in holiness. Because Paul says in Romans, if the root is holy, so are the branches. And here's my final thought in this episode. The decisions you make will make you. I'll say it again. The decisions you make will make you. You need to understand that while we have the power to make choices, our choices have the power to make us. God bless you.